guys, Spotlight27 here, bringing you Bleach chapter 541, The Blade and Me 2. And if you're wondering what about the name Blade and Me, that was from chapter 66. So this has been 475 chapters ago. Anyway, the chapter begins with Ichigo briefly thinking about the first time he fought against Yuabak. Even Ichigo realized that Yuabak looked awfully familiar, like he'd seen him before, but he never really put his finger on it until now. Hell, we all thought that Zangetsu kind of looked like Yuabak in a bit, but we didn't actually think that Zangetsu was really Yuabak. Well, it technically isn't, but I'll get to that later. Ichigo asked Zangetsu if it was true, and yeah, it's been confirmed. He's not really Zangetsu. And inside his mindscape, it starts to rain. But when Ichigo was like in shock about learning the truth, this revelation, the buildings inside his mindscape, they start to break. And the way the buildings were destroyed right when he learned that Zangetsu was not Zangetsu, definitely some symbolism right there, because it just shows that he's pretty surprised at this. I mean, remember in his mindscape one time when it was raining, it was because that Ichigo was really depressed. And it has been confirmed that Zangetsu really is the manifestation of Quincy powers.
Okay, you really are Yuabak. You were never really Zangetsu. I am Yuabak, but at the same time, I am not Yuabak. Ugh! What the fuck does that mean? Are you my enemy or are you my ally? Has everything you've told me up until now been a farce? Answer me! I am not an enemy, but I'm not an ally. No. I just want a straightforward answer, but not one of those vague, confusing answers that you just gave me before, okay? I've been through so much shit already. I just learned that my mom was a Quincy, that I have Quincy powers this whole time. My mom was in an arranged marriage with one of my friend's fathers, who, by the way, they're both cousins, and that would make me and Uryu cousins as well. And by the way, we were close to becoming brothers. I had hollow powers that came from my mother, who was infected by a hollow created by freaking Aizen! The reason my mother died wasn't because of that Grand Fisher Hollow, was because Yuabak stole her powers! And now I just learned that the zanpakuto spirit that has taught me Shikai and Bankai, the person that I thought was Zangetsu, is not Zangetsu, but a manifestation of my Quincy powers, who happens to look like Yuabak! And this whole time, the hollow that has possessed me multiple times happens to be my true zanpakuto, the real Zangetsu! Oh, whoa. I seriously need a break.
Thanks for being straightforward, fake Yuabak Zangetsu person. Crap. Ever since it was revealed that Zangetsu is not Zangetsu, I don't know what to call him. Fake Zangetsu? Hell, in this chapter, we don't even know his real name. So according to Zangetsu, it has been confirmed that he did lie to him, but he only lied to him about his name. And then he said that all the times that he taught him to use the zanpakuto and, to obtain Shikai and Bankai, he only used the powers of his hollow for Ichigo to learn it. Zangetsu also says that whenever Ichigo's life was in danger, it was never fake Zangetsu, but it was his hollow this whole time. And yet, the hollow acts like he wants to kill him. I don't know, maybe if we see Shiragetsu later on, maybe it'll make more sense. Then we actually learned why fake Zangetsu, damn it, I gotta stop calling him Zangetsu. Fake Zangetsu, why he actually lied to him. He never wanted Ichigo to become a shinigami. He did everything in his power to suppress his potential. He even went to go as far as to become the primary source, to pose as the real Zangetsu. And yet Shiragetsu allowed that. Why? This whole time, ever since Ichigo awakened to Shinigami powers, it wasn't just because of the Shinigami badge that suppressed his power. From the very beginning, to when he lost his Shinigami powers, to when he got them back, till right now, his power was suppressed. That means he wasn't fighting in all of his fights. Kenpachi, Byakuya, Aizen, Grimmjow, Ukiura, even Ginjo, he wasn't fighting at full strength. Jesus freaking Christ, how strong is Ichigo? Fake Zangetsu really wanted to suppress his shinigami powers was because that if Ichigo did become a shinigami, his life would be in danger, in serious risk. He would have to endure so much pain and suffering. He never wanted that to happen to him. He even considered at one point to kill him to stop him from becoming a shinigami. That just sounds like he's really possessive of him. Zangetsu was doing all this because he wanted to protect him, because he cared about him. Oh god. You know, remember when we got this?
Why are you crying? Ichigo, do you remember what I said at the beginning of this fight? That what you want to protect is not what I want to protect? Yeah. What I wanted to protect was you, Ichigo. Zangetsu.
And then in due time we had this.
Please don't ask how I got that. Also, I am very sorry.
I'm calling it right now. Eventually, there's gonna be the fangirls are gonna have a field day over this. There's gonna be so much fan art and fan fiction about this.
Ah, son of a bitch!
None of that. This is what I'm freaking worried about, because they're gonna take this completely out of context and make a pairing out of these two. Damn it. But then again, it's not the first time they paired up somebody with a spirit sealed inside their bodies. I'll give you a hint. It involves playing a children's card game. Zangetsu summons his own sword. At first I realized, holy shit, we're gonna get a fight between these two. Then I realized, oh wait, Ichigo doesn't have his zanpakuto. Oh crap, we're not gonna get a fight between these two, aren't we? Yeah, that's what I thought. Eventually, when Ichigo did become a shinigami, and eventually all the times that Zangetsu saw him training, working hard to become even stronger, to protect everybody and everything that he cared about, just seeing this made Zangetsu, fake Zangetsu, damn it, want to help him in every way he can. Help him continue down this very path. Even the times that he struggled and persevered, it made his heart waver. Don't even think about it. And then he decided to help him and watch him succeed. Although, you know, what would have been a good idea was to stop suppressing his powers. That would have easily helped him. Then again, we wouldn't have those epic battles between Ichigo and his fellow and his enemies, but it would have helped him a lot. I mean, Ichigo had been on the verge of death many times. If the power was so massive, then it might destroy everything. Then again, I have no idea. So Zangetsu declares that he's more than happy to relinquish his hold over him, and then he starts to fade away. He tells Ichigo that he's become strong. Basically, he's proud of him for becoming the person that he is now, and that because of this pride that he felt for him, he can finally go in peace. But before Zangetsu, fake Zangetsu, damn it, fake Zangetsu, just completely disappears. A tear goes down his face. And I'm not gonna lie, this was pretty touching. I will admit, I did feel for it. I don't know if I should be upset that Zangetsu had lied to him about who he really was, and he did it. Yeah, I know he did it because he cared about Ichigo. It would have at least helped him if he didn't really suppress his power. It kind of made him very possessive from like the first part of the chapter. I'm not gonna lie. So I don't know if this means that Zangetsu is dead. He disappeared. I'm pretty sure we might eventually see him again. He is his Quincy powers. What's left of him was the sword that fake Zangetsu summoned, and it turns out that sword was the true Zangetsu, his true zanpakuto. And then all of a sudden there's a flash of light, and that's basically where the chapter ends. So yeah, that is Bleach chapter 541. Honestly, this was very dialogue heavy, and kind of short. I mean, I didn't think that it would contain so much dialogue that it would take up one chapter. I thought it would take up like at least half, maybe more than half of the chapter, and then we get to see Ichigo's Zanpakuto, his real one. But no, we'll probably get to see that next week's chapter. Hopefully, unless we cut to something else, and otherwise, I would be really pissed if we did, because I really want to see what Ichigo's new Zanpakuto will look like. It will obviously look badass, but all I really hope is that, please, Kubo, please, let Ichigo do something else aside the Getsuga Tensho, please. Like, use another Zanpakuto technique, that won't lose his shinigami powers. The Getsuga Tensho gets really old. Now that fake Zangetsu has disappeared, does this mean we're gonna see Shirogetsu again? By the way, Shirogetsu is the new nickname I gave to Shirasaki. So maybe we might see Shirogetsu again. But this chapter did feel short. It was okay. It wasn't like the best chapter of Bleach that I've read, but we did get some answers, at least, and it did have a touching moment between Ichigo and Zangetsu. I gotta stop calling him that! So, I thought this chapter was okay. Not the best one, but it was still touching, but it was an okay chapter, I will admit. Hopefully next week we'll see Ichigo's new Zanpakuto, and who knows, we'll see Shirogetsu again, because I think he needs to explain a couple of things himself. Hopefully. So yeah, this was an okay chapter of Bleach chapter 541. I'm going to respond 27, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.